So hello guys, welcome back to channel Get to Byte once again. So from the last couple of videos of the STM32 and on the firmware development, there have been quite questions about the use of logic analyzer, and what exactly is logic analyzer, as I've been using these in my videos. So in this video, it's a wrap up video in which I am going to tell you that what exactly is logic analyzer, how to use it, and how we can use it to debug for our programs, for our communication protocols like PART, I2C, SPN, and how actually connected, because people are really getting confused that it's something inbuilt feature of STM32 microcontrollers, or it's an inbuilt feature of AVIA microcontrollers. It's nothing like that. It's a general purpose logic analyzer which you can use to any microcontroller just by connecting to its GPIO pin. So in this video I'm just going to tell you all those things only. What software we need to use it, and how do we configure in the software, and from firmware how can we debug it by using our these logic analyzers. Okay, so let's get started. Logic analyzer is an electrical device with two roles to play of capturing and displaying multiple digital signals from digital devices like microcontrollers. So when you go for buying the logic analyzer, you will see that over the internet there are many options which you will see, and the most commonly and most seen option which you will be seeing are these small cubical logic analyzers, which will be these are the basically Chinese based only, but they comes at an handy price of within 1000, and these have the 8 channels, and they can sample frequencies, input signals up to 24 megahertz. Okay, so basically the main difference which you will see that in the logic analyzer's price range, that there will be some which will be ranging from 44,000 or 15,000 to as low as 629 and within 1000 rupees. So the main cost variation and this thing is because of the number of channels which are there in the logic analyzer. Like this one logic analyzer which I also have, which I have and which I recommend you to buy. These are the 8 channel based, and these have they can sample about 8 to by a signal up to 24 megahertz. Whereas these logic analyzers which are of comparatively much higher price, like you can see these ones. Okay, so these ones are the 16 channel logic analyzers. Okay, so in this there will be double the number of pins which you can simultaneously monitor as compared to this, and also their sampling frequencies are up to 200 megahertz. So when you brought the logic analyzer, you will be getting the 3 things with it. The one is the main hardware, the logic analyzer with it. Okay, the main hardware of it. Another one is the USB 2.0 mini cable for connecting this analyzer via this port to our PC, and then the 20 pin JTAG connector for connecting its channel pins and ground pins and exposing them to the wire to increase their length, and then connecting these pins to our GPIO pins or sensors or modules. Now on the hardware analyzer, you will see that there will be numbering like this: channel 1, channel 2, channel 3 till the channel 8, like numbering from the channel 1 to channel 8, or in some analyzers there will be numbering from channel 0 to channel 7, meaning the same that there will be 8 channels, that is the 8 input pins for the analyzer from which it will be getting and capturing the data, and there will be 2 ground pins for each of these vertical lines. So the analyzer which I have is this one, and in this, like, I have just marked the pinout with the black pen because the printout was has been faded because it's been a long time since I have brought it. So the thing here is, now as you can see here, there are 2 ground channels. First 2 are this, and these are the ground, and then subsequently beneath the ground there are channel 6, 4, 3, 2, 6, 4, 2, 0, then channel 7, 5, 3, 1. So how does this works out is, like, as you can see here. So like in the analyzer, you will see that there will be a in the pinout there will be a slightly this area, the embarked area, which will be raised. Okay, so as to make you figure out the pins connection mapping from here point from this connector. So like in this diagram also, you can see that there is the channel 4, there is a small rectangular in shape which shows that this is the opening of my connector, and then taking that as reference, you can see the arrow pin also here. We will be starting, we can map the pin corresponding pins. So now this is the embarked area and this is the embarked area. So on the embarked area side there are pins ground, channel 6, channel 4, 2, 0 starting from the upside. So this is my pin, this one is my ground, okay, this one is ground, then channel 6, then channel 4, channel 2 and channel 0. The line adjusting this vertical line will be the ground, a pin, then channel 7, 5, 3 and 1. So this is how we will be mapping our channels of my hardware analyzer in the software. As we will see that in the software also there will be the sections like channel 0 to channel 7. So now each of these channel pins will be each of these channel pins are like input pins on which the analyzer, the hardware analyzer will capture and then sample and then display the digital signals coming from the microcontroller peripherals like I2C, SPI, UART, or the GPIO connection pins, or the sensors input output signals, or the LED switches, or any kind of digital circuits, and then we can see them in our software. And the signal's tolerant voltage is 0 to 5 voltage. So the any signal ranging from 0 to 5 voltage can be sampled from this, can be displayed on the analyzer, showing you the when the signal has gone high, low, with the showing you its time period also and all such kind of things. Now coming to the software which I am using for collecting and for seeing all such kind of digital signals is of this Alai, and its Logic 1.x is the version series number which I am using. So I am using the Logic Analyzer 1.2.29, which is the latest one. So you can download this from the link given below in the description link, if depending upon your OS. Now when your Logic Analyzer is disconnected from your PC in the software, you will see that it will show disconnected upper side in the here, and it will show you the start simulation tag here icon. Now when you connect your Logic Analyzer and then it will show that red light lights up, it will show in the software automatically detected, and it will show you connected, and then it will show you here saying all the 8 channels. Okay. So on the other side you will see the three small windows by the name of annotations, analyzers and decoded protocols. You can minimize or expand any of the window which you want from these arrows. Now I will explain you these windows and what role does it play by showing you the examples and by sampling the digital signals. So first we will signal, like I have just in my Arduino Mega, okay, as you can see in the diagram here, in the frame here, that my LED is blinking. So I have uploaded the sketch of blink LED sketch. Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am just going to connect one of my channels of my analyzer to my pin 13, okay, which is my blinking LEDs. Okay, so let me just connect my one of my 13 pin, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pin to the one of my analyzer pins. Now starting from this embedded area, we know that this line is ground, and then the below the ground channel 6, 4, 2, 0, and then again ground, and then the 7, 5, 3, 2, 7, 5, 3, 1. So now I am just connecting this pin 13 on the channel 6. So channel 6 is this one, okay, and then connecting the ground of that vertical line. So connecting the ground on here. So now my connections are full. Okay, I've been completed. Now we will just capture the signals by going on to the start section, and you will see there will be 2 options, speed and the duration. So it's a sample speed from here. So I will be selecting 4 only, and duration is 4 seconds. Or you can say only for the duration of 1 or 2 seconds for now. So now we will start, and you will see that, as you can see here, that in the channel 6 it has collected my GPIO input signal, okay, showing you the delay, like it is low first of all, then high, and then low again. For making this thing in a better way, I have uploaded the blink LED sketch with the delay of 100 milliseconds, and we are now sampling for 2 seconds only again. So now as you will start it, you can see here that it has sampled it is showing you proper high-low signal on the channel 6, and which showing you its width, its frequency, its duty cycle. You can choose other parameters also. Now showing you the features of the annotation features. In the annotations you can see that we can measure the things. So now we can select it from the point to the which point we want to select, measure the quantities. So now the width we can measure from this point to this point is 0.3 milliseconds. Average frequency we can then select, and there are many parameters: minimum pulse duration, maximum negative pulse, period, average period, complete period, and all such kind of falling edges, rising edges. How many falling edges do we have? How many rising edges do we have? Same way out, there is a thing like bookmark. So we can bookmark any of the important feature, the selecting the A1, so we can bookmark that this
Square
point is important in our sampling, or the A2 this point is important, and we can process and use this for as an information for debugging out the things. So now this is for a simple Blink LED sketch. In the next videos I will be uploading small videos of showing you how to decode UART, I2C, SPI and PWM signals from the logic analyzer, and then showing you the use of how to use these analyzers and decoded protocols things.